out there. Wow. Hope I can answer these questions for you.
I'm sure you'll be able to.
Okay.
Okay, so when did you go into the service?
When?
Yeah.
I graduated from college in 1969, and I was drafted, graduated in May, and I was drafted in August of 1969.
So you were just out of
I
high school
just
or
graduated from college. Yep, I was 23.
And what branch were you drafted into?
The Army.
What was your role?
I took my basic training at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and then I was sent from there to Fort McClellan, Alabama. And they call your positions in the service MOS. And my MOS at that time was 11 Bravo, which was infantry. And when I was sent, had my orders to go to Vietnam, the services have everything's done by the book, and you're supposed to have so many infantrymen and so many clerks and so many drivers and so many machine gunners. Well, when I got over into Vietnam, they had too many infantrymen, so they asked, do any of you guys have a college degree, or did you do any time in college? And my father told me when he was serving in World War II, he said, don't ever volunteer for anything when you're in the service, because it doesn't lead to anything good. Well, when they asked, I very shyly raised my hand, and a couple other guys did as well, and they took us aside, and at that time, in 69, early 70, they needed people to work in offices, clerk typists. So they changed my MOS from 11 Bravo, which was infantry, to 76 Y20, which means nothing to you, but that's clerk specialist. And I was a section driver and clerk typist for the officers in the section that I was working for. So I was very, very lucky.
And then what was it like to go from civilian life into the military way of life?
It's an adjustment. It's not nearly as bad in the Army as it is in the Marines. The Marines are really, really hardcore, really, really, just hardcore is the best word I could use to explain it. Army was, your life is more restricted. You don't have the options to go out to the store or go do whatever you want to do in civilian life. You're basically have a set of guidelines that you're supposed to follow and do, and that's the way life progresses in the service.
And then, so you served in the infantry, and then it was like your the clerk one, was that over in Vietnam?
When I was, all my training was for the infantry. Learning how to shoot the M16, learning how to shoot an RPG, which was a rocket grenade.